Well, hello again. Another little video. First of all, may I wish you all a happy new year. Hope you're all safe and well. I went on Saturday to my first jab for the COVID. Walked in, all of a sudden they put a bullseye on my sticker on my arm. So what's that for? He says, oh, we stand 3 foot away and we throw darts at it to see if we hit it. And then we say bullseye. Just a joke. Anyway, I've had my first injection, that's out of the way. Right, let's get on to the tasks. As I have done on the last couple of ones, I told you about these speakers which I had from Al Sounds, which I had from Steve from the Hobby Goblin. And I've now fitted them to my Princess and also my City of Edinburgh. And as I said before, the other ones you have to sit down the bottom and they face down into the plastic. But I just take this off here now, like this, and there they are. Look, that's how it sits, like that. All I have to do is drill 2 little holes down the bottom there, and put the cables through, connect them to the decoder, and it sits in there perfect, as that one does there. And that's how they are. Now I will actually, oops, I'll leave that a minute. Alright, I'll show you the City of Edinburgh, and now it's got the new speakers in. They are beautiful now, these speakers in. Also I've got this one as well, which is this one, which is, I've just got the cover off, of course, at the moment. And that's without altering anything. Now, one thing that I've had quite a few people ring me just recently. I had 4 in one day call me up about different problems with the Railmaster and other parts of it, as when they're knocking points over, the power's not coming in, but I sorted it all out. But anyway, so what it is, for one thing, is if you look at the little shanker there, this is one of the gentlemen who he got this little shanker like mine there, and he says, I can't increase the sounds. So we went on by TeamViewer. As I said before, TeamViewer saves a lot of time. I can do things in minutes on TeamViewer, so please put it on your PCs if you want to call me and get some problems solved. But what it was is, if I go into here and I now go to the shanker, which is this one here, what was coming up as the decoder, that loco is actually TTS. I haven't had to put the TTS in, it was already built in the loco when I had it. This is this one. But when you go to do your CVs, like this, what it comes up with is a normal decoder, which it isn't. It's a TTS decoder. So I brought mine from up here and took it downstairs into the office and worked on it. And I brought mine up, and that's what I come up with there. But there's a little trick to increase the sounds. I think the sounds come from about 160 to about 175 on the CVs. So if I go down here, go down there, look, there's nothing. See, nothing there. Right. If you click on the decoder chip version there and double click it, you'll get that. And down here, there we are, there's Hornby Class 15, 20, 40, Tornado, a decoder, a diesel and a steam. So all I did was actually put it as a diesel, like that, and do this, wait for it to come out. Now if I now go down to, there they all are, there's the volumes. Now if you run a normal TTS, these will come out as 4. That is the default. 8 is the maximum. So all I did with mine here originally, I actually increased the volume to 8. But also, if you look at your volumes, your functions over here, so like the whistles and all that, you can do all that. But I noticed on one of the, because the thing goes out so loud, one of the whistles, you could hardly hear it for the sound of the engine. So what I actually did is I actually put it back to what it was, and that's how I worked it. So that's one thing, that's a little trick for you there if you want to do this. So just come out of there. Right, another thing you can do with the Railmaster, as I've showed you before, this you can print off all your locos, and it gives you what the loco is by picture, what your ID number is, what the actual train is, what the cruise speed is, what the shunt speed is, and which classification you've put it, which is what I've got up here. These are the classifications I'm talking about here. There, all them. So I can switch these to anything I want, and it's no problem at all. Also, if I'm running shunters, I can run the shunters only just those on the screen. So when you normally see me doing videos, you'll only see perhaps 2 or 4 locos on there, because other than having to scroll up and down after a loco, I can actually do it that way around. Now then, one of the things you can do with the Pro, so say you can also you print your CVs off as well. One thing you can actually do with the Pro is when it comes to double headers, like this, which you'll get on, you get this on the normal, but on the Pro it's got a special meaning. If you actually click one of those locos and then click another one, what it actually does, it's that one there will be on the back of that one there, and that's the only way you can do it. But with the Pro you can reverse this train round, so it's tender to tender. Now I'll show you how I've done with this one. If I go down here, somewhere down here, where are they? One thing is you have to be wary of is when you're doing this, is you can't, if you've got 2 steam trains, if one's got sound and one hasn't, you can't run them together, because what's happening is, as you know, when you do a steam train it blows down and then it'll start off. The other train will start going and it doesn't work the same. But also make sure you've got this, what I've done with this, I've actually done both CVs exactly the same, so the acceleration deceleration is the same on both of them. So there's my direct rail, like that, and then I've got the Scott rail like that. Now it's both showing them both forward, and there they are. There they are, both linked together there like that. So what we do with that is, what you can do with it is work out which your lead train is. Now that's my lead train, and this is the, I think that's where it is. Yeah, the Scott is the lead train. Now what you can do with this one, if you click on the picture, it reverses it round. So we've got that going forward, that going reverse. Click that, and what you get then is this little green line up here. If I now go and find those trains, and say normally I would do it this way, but I've gone the long way around, this way around. Where are we? Oh, there we are. I'll just come down a little bit. So there's the direct rail, and there's the Scott. If I turn the lights on, and turn the lights on there, what you've got there at the moment, you go in that as a reverse, and that as a forward, the lights run. But as soon as you start it off, that other one will change. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the Scott rail, and we'll just do this. And look, it's now changed the same. And there we are, that's double heading. It's as easy as that. We'll say you can only do this like this in Pro. You can't do it any other way. But that's showing you how all that one works. I'll let it come round and I'll stop it. What it does is both of them react both the same. So if I actually come round here now, I go to here, wait for it to come round. Now stopped it. If I turn the lights off now, like this. Now I'll come up here now, find those two trains which I've just done. There they are. If I do this, that's gone, do that. If I actually click the lights on now, they go back to what they were. But of course they won't run, because one's going to try and go that way and one's trying to go this way. And that is how easy it is to do double heading. As I say, one of the things is, I've actually tried it on quite a few experiments. And one of the things is I make sure that the CVs for one train is exactly the same as the other one. Also, there are two identical trains, basically. And also, that if it's one with sound, then it doesn't work properly. But that's how it works. So that is one thing I've actually done as well. Now, one thing, as I've told you before with programs and that, such as like these little station things here. If I do this one here.
The train now standing at platform 1 is the Bristolian service. Please keep your belongings with you at all times.
And what those are, all that one, and these down here, they're all basically the same. It's just a name change. So if I actually go in here and go to let's try one. Platform 2 there, and that's all it is. But what normally it is I think that's it. That's it. Sorry. What you've got is 0. Then you get the cog. Then you go to play sounds and then put the first bit in. In fact, if you just do this, you can actually see what it actually says. Train now, 2, Bristolian, and belongings, and those are the timings: 0, 250, 3, 520. You can change the train around anything you want, but that is how it works. And then just give it a name and it works. And that's, I've done it for quite a few people. When I've been online to them, I've actually stuck one in or two in, and then they can see what they've got to do and they can play with it themselves. And that's the thing, is why I do it with Pro, or do it with the team viewer, I should say, is I can show you around the systems. That's one thing. Sometimes you've got this tortoise hair and I change that round. But also is if you go to, such as this one here, Gadwell, what you actually get, normally you get the first 8. I can change it around to 16. It's quite easy to do. Just a function, it's all in the system up there. But that's how I can actually do it now. Say I've got about 60 different programs in my system. A lot of them are all done by these little trains of programs. These are programs, of course, and this one here is a shunt one. I think I've shown it once before. Right. What will happen is that one will start up. This one will come out and come all the way around here to here and stop. The points will switch. That will come out and go up to there. the points will switch, it'll come back into where that one sits, then that one there, that tanker, will actually go then all the way back down and go into where the Schenker is. And then what happens is this one will come out again, come all the way around, then that one will come out and that'll go back into where it is, and that'll go back into there. And that's just one program, all in one. So what we'll do, we'll start it off and I'll show you what it does. That's on cold start. Some of the lights on. That's it. There's a little GWR coming out. This is not a merged one, this is one I just did totally from one to the other. It's just one complete program I did on this one. And all it is just adjusting the timings. This will come round and stop there. Or should do. Yeah. Now this one, the points will switch. This will come out and go up to there. And say if the sound of the diesel was gone on full speed, some of them little hooters will not, you won't hear them properly for the sound of the engine. More so is when the engine is running on like this on load. That'll stop now. That will go back in again. It'll go into where the GWR was. Here it comes. Programming, I just love doing programming. It keeps my mind active. Well, that just stops there now. And you'll hear the points go, and then this one will go back into where the Schenker was. Should stop where that light is. No? I know where every inch of these programs run. That's why I have little markers, so I know where they all start and stop. It also gives me a way of actually adjusting things as well. This will now come out again. And that'll come round to about here. It has to come right around there because of the length of the wagons on there. If I change these locos around, then I'd have to do a completely new program. This is all timed out for these two. One thing with this one, it does run on a lot when it comes. So I mean, it takes a little while for it to stop this one. Now we go again, and what we get now is this one will come out and go up to that truck. It comes up to that hut there. Not that hut, that hut. That's it, that's the one. There it comes. It'll stop now. There it is. Points will click. It'll go back, and if you just see over the digger there's a marker, and the nose of that train will actually stop there. we are. Points will click again, and this one now will go back into the home where it come from. There it comes. This does go a bit further when it goes in this way. I've got to adjust it. That's it, it's done. Thing is while that's doing all that, these two tracks here, which are my main tracks, I could be running these trains as that's doing that at the same time. But you can only do one program at a time. So these two I can run independently, but the program that runs, it has to do that. As you can see, I've got trains locked all the way around the system because most of them are sitting in the sidings over there. Now my little Crimson, this one here, is, I've showed you this before, but I'll just show you this little bit again. It's got a neat little trick to it, this one. That's if I just come up there a bit and click those points there, and we now come to the Crimson, which is this one, and put the sound on. Come on. Right, now if I actually click this up here like this. Now then, there's one here called handbrake. If I click the handbrake, you'll actually hear it wind on. That's wound on. So what we do now is if we actually put it on cruise, the train doesn't move. But if I now click the handbrake off, the train will actually run. Clever bit of gimmick, that is. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you want me, I'm on 01782 302194. My email address is there. Please subscribe and don't be afraid to call me. I'm always here and never away. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.